Aditva Rescue, and this project is a rescue bot. So my goal for this particular project was to make a robot that would be used as something of a rescue mobile for others to use. Using Lego figures, I was going to make an attempt to bring the boys back home. My rescuer was composed of a three-point balanced driving base, a custom-built lift arm with a hook, and a custom-built 4-touch sensor controller. So I used sets of static, dynamic, and electronic parts, including pegs, pegged 3M and 5M pegged perpendicular blocks, beams, angled beams, T-beams, inverted cross blocks, frames, and some dynamic parts include axles, half bushings, studded axles, knob wheels, caster balls, road tires, balloon wheels. And for the electronics, I used an EV3, I used servo motors, I used touch sensors, media motors, and some cables. This was a portion of my program which ran the movement of the robot. And this part of the program was basically for the messaging from the controller to the robot. So I tested 17 times, of which 14 were fails and 3 were successes. Oh, I learned how to apply messaging through Bluetooth with EV3 code, and I also learned to apply nesting loops and variables that link to sensors. And this is
So while you're at it, can you explain to us how your robot works?
So basically, this button moves it forward, this button moves it backward, this button turns it left, in my perspective, and this button turns it right. So, okay. And then, when I press 2 of the buttons together, wait, sorry, a minute, backwards for a second. Okay. So I can move the claw down, I can move forward a bit, then I can move the claw up.
Too far.
Yeah. Wait, what? Oh. Oh shoot.
Well, he did.
Revived. Pat, pat, pat. Hopefully it stayed there. Don't kill him.
Stop killing me.
This is supposed to be a rescue bot, not a murder bot. It's weird.
Oh, 1 down, 3 to go.
Now if it works like it's supposed.
Right. There you go.
Yeet. So now I. Yay, I got a person back. So basically what I'm supposed to do something similar for the other people, and on the carpet it worked. So after I bring them back here, I have to get the other guy.
Try to collect one more.
No! Wait. Oh, I have a strategy now. Nope, wrong way. Oh, that was actually close. Okay.
Person also has to do something, right?
Maybe bring it up to the middle and then jab it in.
Usually it's supposed to.
Yeah, if a rescue bot comes closer, the person needs to go to it, right? So.
This worked on the carpet. Yay! and another one has
It's fine.
been brought back.
Nobody sees me. See, and that's how you save all four.
Whoa.
So that was my project. Thank you.
Alright, question.
So, do you enjoy building this?
This was actually kind of fun because at school I'm reading this novel where this refugee girl had to come back. So basically what happened, I like how this kind of applied to what I'm learning.
Okay. Over here.
How long did it take?
4 classes.
Over there.
Why do people can bring?
Huh?
Why do people cannot bring?
Because the rings allow the hook to work. I mean, I can't just pick up people.
I know, but usually there are no rings on.
Yeah, I know. But these are Legos.
Over there.
Why did you decide to use a hook instead of like a claw?
Because I felt like for the rings, I felt that was more like compatible. Because like if I were to claw like with the rings, like that would happen, and I don't think that would be very good. Because the hook, the claw would have to be very accurate, and like that would be very difficult. As you could already see, the hook is.
Very nice. Alright, Liam, last question.
I was wondering why you are I was wondering why you on the front there you use like the little gears with like 4 points on them.
The knobs.
Yeah, whatever you call them, the knob thingy majiggies. Why did you use those instead of regular gears?
Because the knobs, I don't know, I just felt like it worked.
I think it was part of the design, no? Following
Yeah,
instructions.
It just, yeah. The medium motor driving base, like, sorry, not the driving base. The medium motor, the medium motor for the claw part was with instructions, but the rest of it was kind of self-designed because I needed it to work for the